And we're back. Okay, up to now, we've assumed that everything just went perfect when you entered in your code in the scripts. But we know that that's not always the case, that there are going to be mistakes. You're going to leave out the semicolon at the end of the line. You're going to leave out parentheses. You're going to do all kinds of things. And I say you, but I could easily say I, because I've done all this too. And, once upon a time in the early days of programming, when something like that would happen, often the script would just not run and not tell you why. Well, now we have things called debuggers. And the job of a debugger is when something isn't right or something doesn't make sense to the system trying to run it, it tries to give you help and tries to guess at what's not right with the code. And there's only so much it can do because it can't read your mind. If you've told it to do something and it's not exactly what you wanted it to do, but it's a legitimate request, it'll go ahead and do it. Now, the system can't find that error because it doesn't know that that's not what you intended. But if you write something that's not correct code, then it will help you quite a bit. So we're going to go through an example or two of that just so you can see how the system works and try to maybe point out some of the things that are the more common errors that you might make when you're getting started. So let's get to it. So the most common error is probably leaving a semicolon off the end of a line. So let's see what happens when you do that. I'm going to come into my capsule rotate script because it's the biggest. Just click open here in the inspector. And here it is. Now I'm just going to delete this semicolon from the end of this line. And then we'll save the script. And close this. And we'll try to run it. And look at that. All compiler errors have to be fixed before you can enter play mode. Well, that's nice. Kind of says what it means. Doesn't tell us exactly what's going on. But if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you get some more information. So let's look down here. And look what it says. It says assets, capsule, rotate. .js, which stands for JavaScript, and then in parentheses 3,24. Well, that means line 3 space 24. That's where it kind of lost its way. It gives you an error number, and then it says in quotation marks semicolon inspected or expected. Insert a semicolon at this end. A little hard to read here. You can actually double click on this and it comes up. Not a whole lot easier to read there, but we can close it. All right, fine. We'll open the script. And here we go. And click there. Now if you notice, we're actually on line 3 at space 24. It says right there, aligns with that, and it says semicolon expected. Yeah, we kind of know that. So there it is. We put it back in, hit save, close it, and let's try to run it again. And now we're all happy. Okay, so that's how that works. We can stop this and save the scene, and we'll end the video here. There's a little more about this in the book. Debugging is not something that you'll ever completely master, and to begin with, a lot of the messages are going to seem kind of cryptic, not seem like they're going to help you that much. You're going to get frustrated. It's just part of the process of learning. It's probably the most frustrating part. Sometimes you'll look at this code and you'll think, that is absolutely perfect, and stare at it, and you just need to get away from it. set it down, go away, do something else for a little while, and then come back, and often as not, bang, the error will just be obvious to you after a little break. So that's debugging, and again, it's a lifelong process, so don't expect to just flip a switch and all of a sudden you're the master debugger of the world. It'll take time. Okay, so we're done with this video, we're done with this chapter, and we'll see you in the next one.